Hello everybody, it is Michaela Nicole and welcome back to the channel. Today we don't have a camera video, we don't have a food review, we don't have any of that silly stuff, but what we do have is, as you read in the title, what I learned in my first week of college. So I moved in on August 11th and it is August 24th, so I've had some time and I just thought it would be fun to talk about all of the kind of jarring things that I learned in the first week of college, because most of the time when you watch college videos, they're pretty happy and it's like, oh my gosh, I love college, but that's not always the reality. It's not all it's not all perfect. So I'm just gonna give you a little tangent. Some of it's silly, some of it's true, so keep on watching. First thing is talking about dorms. Now, living in a shared space is sometimes difficult, but it's not the end of the world. But you know what is quite difficult sometimes? Community bathrooms. My dorm bathrooms are communal. We have 4 showers and 4 toilets for the whole hall. And generally, that's not a problem. The only time it becomes a problem is when it is dirty, because people do weird things in the bathroom and there's weird stuff in the sinks and people leave their stuff in the showers all the time. Now, the actual act of showering in a community shower is not that bad, but they're just tiny. So, you know, your booty might touch the wall and that's pretty not nice. But other than that, it's not really that bad. You just close the curtain and there's 2 curtains. So if someone opens one of them, then you're gonna hear it and you have time to run. But you know what does suck more than the community showers is pooping in a community bathroom. We all know this struggle, like on those days where your body's just fighting you and your bowels are not having a good time. Community bathrooms kind of suck because you go in there and it's like, you know, I'm about to have a moment and it's just gonna happen and everyone's gonna hear it and then I'm gonna walk out and they're gonna see me and it's gonna be fine. So what does that mean? That means that sometimes I just don't. I just wait until there's nobody in there. Is that a healthy method? Probably not, but it's working so far. The other crappy, no pun intended, thing about college bathrooms is the tissue paper. The toilet paper is literally so thin, so thin. I've considered buying my own toilet paper to start taking with me to the bathroom, because you can't even pull the stuff off the roll without it ripping, you know? Like, that's the kind of situation we're in. I went home for the weekend and I was like, oh my gosh, real toilet paper. Moving on from the living situation and into the school situation, college is a lot of reading. Like, that's all you do is read and read and read and read and read, and then you go to your lectures and you listen and listen. That's all it is. So prepare yourself. If you weren't prepared, prepare yourself, because you need to be able to read for long periods of time and rapidly switch between classes, because there's going to be a lot of reading. And talking about classes, when you need to get to your classes, a 10-minute walk is no longer gonna feel like hell when you have to do it in 90-degree heat for a week straight. So get used to that too. And it's gonna be cold as crap in your classrooms, your lecture halls, whatever, and it's gonna be burning outside. So bring a sweatshirt in your backpack or wear some pants or something, because you're gonna freeze your batushki off and then sweat it off when you walk out the door. So be prepared for that. And also, you have to have a good pair of tennis shoes. If you wear any other shoes than tennis shoes, your feet are going to want to fall off. And you're gonna get blisters and be sore, and nobody likes that. It is not pleasant. It is not fun. It does not make the walk to class later any better. And all you do is walk if you're living on campus. So get used to that too. You're gonna be sore the first few days. Another thing that I noticed, and this might just be me because I am how I am, I used to take a whole lot of stuff to class in high school. I had my lunchbox, I had you know, all of my notebooks for 4 classes, so 4 notebooks, my Chromebook, my charger, my planner, my drawing notebook, my writing notebook. I had 2 notebooks for creative writing, so that would have been 5 total notebooks. Pencils, pens, keys, feminine products, all of those types of things. And it was ridiculous. I had so much stuff. I was basically living out of my backpack, which makes sense because in high school you can't go home to get what you need. But in college, you don't need to take all that stuff. You can just take your 1 notebook and a pencil and you'll be fine, or your computer and a, you know, maybe a piece of paper and a pen or something if you want it. You don't need all this stuff. All you need is like your dorm keys, your student ID, your mask, and maybe a sweatshirt, and then whatever notebook or note-taking material you're using for a certain class. Because if you really need to, you can just come back and get it. Like, you don't have to carry all this stuff. It's not necessary. I haven't made a meal for myself in weeks. Like, you just go to the dining hall and get food, or you Grubhub food to your dorm, or whatever. Like, I haven't made anything. There's no way to make anything. The other thing you'll learn quickly is how to make some college kid type of meals. Let me just put it that way. Some college kid type of snacks. My current go-to is a bagel with peanut butter and chocolate chips on it. So, you know, we're thriving in college. I am the epitome of health. You learn your way around so quickly. Like, you're not gonna get lost for very long because you're gonna start going, oh, well, that's a shortcut, and oh, I can just go that way, and oh, that's where that building is, and oh, if I just go past that, then that gets me to this other place. Like, it is not difficult after the first couple days. If you just go start walking, you're gonna figure out very quickly where everything is. My campus is kind of just a big loop. You can just kind of circle it and you'll get back to where you started eventually. So the other thing I'll say is, like, keeping yourself on track compared to high school. Like, in high school, you know, your teachers will tell you what you need to know and remember, and, you know, tell you about upcoming due dates, and they're going to constantly remind you. But in college, it's like, here's your syllabus. At the end is a list of every assignment that you have to have done, but nobody's going to be consistent, and they're not all going to look the same. So you're going to have to email all your professors and be like, hey, let me make sure I'm reading this right. Is this due on this day? And then they're gonna be like, yeah, you're right. And then you're gonna be like, crap, I've got so much to do. Just get used to not knowing what's going on and constantly living in fear that you're gonna miss an assignment. Because if you don't look at the syllabus, you're gonna miss an assignment. Also, go to the events that your school is making you go to. Orientation, go to orientation. It sucked for me. Like, did not help me at all. If there was some survey that could be like, should this be a required thing for freshmen? I'd say no, because it was not good. It just stressed me out, made me feel like crap. But I did meet my current really good friends at orientation, so you can meet some fun people there who maybe later on will turn into your late night, midnight hangout buddies. So yeah. That is all I have for this video today. Sorry it was kind of boring, kind of short, and hopefully maybe it was entertaining to you. Maybe if you have already gone through college, it made you relive some of your freshman year experiences, and if you're not in college yet and you're about to be, maybe this helped you feel a little bit better or worse. I don't know your life, but thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't already and you'd like to, hit the subscribe button down below, leave a like, leave a comment, share it with your friends on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or TikTok or whatever, I don't know. And I'll see you next week for hopefully a little bit more of an exciting video encompassing all of my college life so far, all the fun things, all the sad things, all the things. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all later. Goodbye!